So I'm currently in the process of playing every Metal Gear Solid game ever made, with a few exceptions. See, I made this little chart thingy. I'm also trying to piece together the story of Metal Gear Solid because I'm looking for a safer alternative to brain damage. Thus, we begin the Metal Gear Marathon. Now on to the story. As I said in my Call of Duty Ghost review, God help me. Story. This will have spoilers up to butt, so skip to this point in the video to avoid them. You start off as Naked Snake, who will later become Big Boss, but we don't know that. Nobody knows that right now. He'll become him later, but yeah. You start off in the Virtuous mission, where you must rescue a scientist named Sokolov. Once you get to him and think you're in the clear, you meet Ocelot, one of the three main villains in the game. After that encounter, you meet the boss, your former mentor, mother figure, and hero on the bridge. She whoops your butt and then defects to the Soviet Union. What a great reunion. By the way, this game takes place in the Cold War. I should probably mention that. You must then initiate Operation Snake Eater, where you must kill the boss to prove the U.S.'s innocence. Why must you prove the U.S.'s innocence, you may ask? You have to because Volgin, one of the three main villains, uses the missile the boss gave him to blow up a Russian lab. Russia finds out about this and noticed that U.S. aircrafts were on the ground that day. Naturally, since they're in war, Russia blames it on the U.S. They say Snake has 1 week or they will go into full-out nuclear war with guns and stuff. So that is why. Major Zero, your commander, tells you to go meet Adam back where you found the scientist in the Virtuous mission. There you find Eva, who is not Adam, but his partner. You again see Ocelot, but Eva deals with him. Eva then tries to seduce Snake for unknown reasons until the end. Keep that in mind, it's going to be very important. You then meet up with Ocelot, again, but you avoid him. And then you meet up with him, again, but this time you have an awesome gunfight. You then fall into a hole and explore a cave. After that you meet up with the Pain. You shoot bees out of his mouth because he has medical problems. You then go to a lab where you have this really cool stealth section where you have to wear a scientist outfit to get past the guards, but the scientists can tell that because they have co-workers and you're not one of the co-workers. But the guards, they don't care. So it's really cool. You there learn the origins of Metal Gear, which I thought were pretty cool to hear. Then you fight the Fear, which is made very easy by thermal goggles in the AK-47. After some more stealthing, you have another battle, this time with the very old sniper known as the End. Now everyone praises the End as one of the best boss fights ever, but I didn't get the same experience as everyone else on this fight because halfway through, I ran out of ammo and resorted to throwing stun grenades and kicking. I also never found a sniper rifle, so it wasn't fun. You then find a massive base where inside you have to, again, rescue Sokolov. But first you have to impersonate totally not Raiden's security guy. After that, you get to see Sokolov again and try to rescue him.
You can count on me.
It is here we learn that Eva is spying on the Russians as Volgin's girlfriend, Tatiana. Volgin barges in while you're talking to Sokolov, which is unfortunate because Volgin has lightning powers. He shoots and kills Sokolov, which is very sad because he just gave his very long talk about how he'd love to see his family again. Volgin, Ocelot, and the boss torture Snake. Well, torture is putting it lightly. They just absolutely beat him. It's horrible. I mean, it's a great scene. I love the scene, but it's horrible. Volgin finds a tracker on Snake placed there by the boss. The boss hopes that Volgin won't think that something happened, but he does and suspects that the boss is up for something. So, to prove her innocence, Volgin makes the boss, this is hard to say, cut Snake's eyes out. But thankfully, that does not end up happening. Well, Ocelot is about to hurt Eva in her undercover form, Tatiana, because he thinks she may be an undercover agent. Right? Snake, being the nice guy that he is, pushes Ocelot's gun out of aim, effectively being shot in the eye. And now you know how he got his eye patched in. Volgin thinks that's enough and puts Snake in a prison cell. After Snake escapes, he finds his way to the main weapons lab where he must destroy the Shagohod, which is sort of like a Metal Gear except it has rockets and wheels instead of legs. Before that, he ran into the sphere where you see the ghosts of all the dead people that you killed. And if you're as bad as me, it's going to look like a walk through Disney World. But anyways, Volgin catches you after the C3 is found, and he explains to you the philosophers who pretty much control war and are war. He thinks that you want the philosopher's legacy, which is a map of $100 billion hidden all over the world in case another war breaks out. Metal Gear fans, all you need to know is that the philosophers become the Patriots. Pretty major. Then fight Volgin and win. Supposedly. Eva and you then hop on her motorcycle while Volgin, not dead yet, chases you in the Shagohod while guards are chasing you and the entire base is blowing up behind you. You finally bait the Shagohod onto a bridge where Eva planted some C3. You shoot the C3 and the bridge explodes and you think the Shagohod fell, but apparently it has super tread that can go up very steep inclines. You then fight the Shagohod again, blowing it to bits. Then Volgin uses electric powers to keep the thing going. Reminds me of Liquid. You finally kill him. One thing leads to another and Eva is waiting at their escape plane. You have to go to the field to the right next to you where the boss gives you a really tragic backstory right before you fight her. She then gives you her gun and tells you to shoot her. The genius comes right here. Snake stands there with his gun. You may wonder when he will fire. Then it dawns on you. Move your finger to the attack button and press it. Snake kills the boss. Not only did Snake kill the boss, you did.
Are you okay?
You killed Snake's mother figure. You killed his role model. You killed his hero. You did that. You. Snake and Eva then escape on that plane I mentioned earlier. Snake and Eva then go to what I assume is Snake's house and celebrate the mission's success. Then Snake wakes up in the morning and all is revealed. The boss was originally not going to defect, but a fake defect to claim the philosopher's legacy for America. But when Volgin blew up the lab, nobody expected that. So the mission had to be changed so Snake would kill the boss to prove the US's innocence. She was good all along. When Eva was seducing Snake, it was because she was a Chinese spy. She wasn't really Eva. And Ocelot was Adam this whole time. So after that, the story ends on a rather low note. It is a masterfully executed story, even by book and movie standards, and is worth playing for the story alone. I'm going to move on to graphics and sound now, because the story synopsis has been going on for longer than the entirety of my reviews. So yeah, graphics and sound. Graphics and sound. I will be judging these graphics and sounds in the way they sound in 2004, not how they compare to today's standards. Even though I am using the HD collection, they didn't update the textures, so I'm still judging it by 2004 standards. The gun sound effects sound like real guns, so hooray. The voice acting is phenomenal, with each character fitting their voice and personality and face and everything. Out of the way, the thing I really like about the sound is the music. It isn't really music, it's just atmospheric sounds. It helps with immersion. The graphics look amazing for 2004. It still hold up relatively well today. All textures look nice and animations are great. Gameplay. One of the two subtitles pretty much explains it. Tactical espionage action. Because it's a sneaking game, the sneaking works quite well. You can't do crouch walk like you can in Peace Walker 4, 5, and the 3DS remake, which stinks. Then my other two major complaints with gameplay are, 1. The action controls. The controls are very well suited for stealth, not action. This presents a huge problem in boss fights because you want to rip your eyes out with the analog sticks when the cruddy aiming or stupid control scheme get in the way. I say do it like MGS5, where it's suited for both. My second complaint is trying to sneak in a linear corridor. Makes you want to throw your controller at your dog. That doesn't happen too often, but when it does, oh my gosh, you hate it. Because you can't move left or right, so unless you're a master at the game, getting caught is almost inevitable. However, I have a problem with the boss fights as well. Now, before you shoot me, let me explain. I hadn't found the sniper rifle when I fought the end, and this is kind of embarrassing. I had to resort to stun grenades and kicks to kill him, so I didn't get the amazing boss fight of the end that everyone raves about. So overall, the gameplay is quite good, except for those problems. Oh yeah, this game introduced stamina and camouflage to the game. I didn't really care for either, so yeah. Overall, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater has a masterfully executed story, great graphics, great sound, and very good gameplay. I give Metal Gear Solid 3 an 8 out of 10. Next time on the Metal Gear Marathon, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Woo!